He's your system administrator. He's probably into comic books. And you tremble in fear when you have to hear one of his "what a dummy" looks. Got a virus, lost your password, or you just can't print. In an hour he'll show up and crouch and squint. Fight to save your files. He might be there all day, but sometimes he just presses caps lock and walks away.
Hey, welcome back after a long hiatus. I haven't done this in a while, so forgive me. Okay, this week's question comes from... Crap, how do you pronounce that? Hey, Chad, how do you pronounce your name on the forums? What? Okay, this week's question comes from Chad. I gave up on pronouncing his name. But he writes, okay, let's say I want to share a physical drive on my Windows network, but only to certain people. How do I do this? I don't know why, but I'm having a hard time with it. Okay, well, this is a rather simple thing to do. I've been doing this for years on my home network. It's very easy to do when you have something like Active Directory running on your network, where you have DNS services running and unified permissions across every machine on the network. It gets a little more difficult when you get into running it on a workgroup like setting, and here's how you do it. Okay, so I have Windows 7 running in my VirtualBox here, just to make things simpler, and I have two hard drives installed, one the OS drive and the other one I just called Stuff, and it's local drive E. Now take note of that. In order to share this drive on the network, it's already shared to people who have local admin access. All you'd have to do is go to the machine name, which this is local host in this case, and type the drive letter and then $. And if you have admin access, it'll take you directly to the drive. Now, in order to do this on a work group, I have no idea really how it works, but you can go this route as well. Right click, properties, sharing, and yeah, it's not shared, but you know, you can hit the advanced sharing thing after poking around a bit. Share to Z. Permissions. Now, the everyone group is self-explanatory. This is the permissions that are universal to everybody. Now, if you just want to do, like in Chad's case, have a network share for a LAN party or something like that, all everybody needs is just read access. So, okay, and close, and it's a shared network drive. Now, to demonstrate how this works over the network, I'm going to jump over to the XP VM, which isn't set up yet. So, through a little bit of TV magic, we'll get back to you. Okay, so now we're in Windows XP, obviously. One thing I forgot to note on the previous segment was that in the permissions portion, you can assign whatever username you want as long as it's a local user, and give them read, write access, execute permissions, whatever. So, yeah, back to the matter at hand. Over in the XP box, I can simply type in // and then the IP address of the file server, which in this case was 192.168.1.139, and then /. And I tried this before firing up the microphone and all of that. So it did ask me for a username and a password, and obviously the E drive here is shared. I can go there and If I want to put a new folder there, it won't let me because I don't have permissions to do that. You don't even have to be on the same home group or work group or however Windows is doing things these days. You don't even have to be on the same Active Directory domain if you just use the IP address. Now if you're doing something a bit more complicated like running DNS services or something like that, you can enter in the host name instead. So that's about all I have on this topic. If I missed anything or if I wasn't clear on something, visit us in the OC4 forums at oc4.org/forums and weigh in on this issue. Is there a better way to do it? Can it be made better? Or if you have a question to ask, go on over to the forums and ask away. Till next time, I'm Justin. This is Ask a Sysadmin.
Piss him off and you'll be fired by tomorrow morn. 'Cause he's the guy who knows that you've been surfing porn. So make sure you stay nice to your system administrator.